Hi, Bruno here. Welcome to Spainguru.
Very tricky question. Has anyone used a state apostille FBI report for a Spanish visa in the US? Let's see the specific question. Pay attention. Has anyone applying for a Spanish visa in the US got their FBI report with an apostille from their state rather than the federal US Department of State apostille and had it accepted by their Spanish consulate? My mother, New York State resident, is currently applying for a resident visa in Costa Rica, and she was able to do this. Basically, you take the FBI report, a federal government document, and get it notarized locally, in her case, a notary public in New York. This then makes it a New York State document, and thus New York will apostille it. I've always known that process existed, that notarizing a document in any state effectively makes it apostille eligible for that state. But it just surprised me when her Costa Rican lawyer told her that was acceptable for her visa process there. Has anyone tried that successfully for the Spanish consulates in the US? Given the delays in obtaining the federal apostille out of the US Department of State these days, which range 10 weeks to 12 weeks, that option would be a godsend for a lot of people, no? Alright, let's see the answers of Spainguru community members. First one, I'll be curious to hear anybody succeed with this. I know of plenty failures trying to do that. Next one, that's the answer I'm expecting to hear, that it won't work for Spain. The consulates have known about the problems of the State Department since the pandemic and have any mentioned this as an alternative. Next one, I actually only did a New York State background check for my NLV and sent it for a New York State apostille. This was in spring 2021 when COVID closures had FBI background checks and federal apostilles taking upwards of 6 months. Somehow I had read a state background check was okay if you had not lived anywhere else for the previous 5 years, so I thought nothing of it. I got a stern look and a reprimand from the funcionaria at the New York City consulate, then a quick approval for my visa a couple of weeks later. I'm constantly being told my positive experiences with moving to Spain are not normal, but it worked for me. I don't know if I would advise others to try it unless you're willing to lose the time and start over with documents given the reprimand, but again, here I am living in Spain. Next, it was perfectly acceptable in New York, Miami, DC, and Boston consulates to use state-level issued background checks at the time of COVID, duly authenticate with apostille by the respective state. All these consulates are now accepting FBI checks. We applied for our visas in San Francisco using State of Wyoming background checks because that's where we were resident at the time and had no problem. Next, for Miami, I used the state criminal background check and state apostille during COVID, but I've heard they no longer accept the state criminal background check. Next, I've seen it fail more than once, but never a success, and this answer was given by a relocation agency responsible person who has dozens of cases. Next one, this isn't your question, but you can help expedite the US Department of State apostille of your FBI background check by contacting your state senator or local representative. On their website, they have a Need Help with a Federal Agency section. I've used that successfully twice, once during COVID to expedite my passport renewal, which I needed in order to apply for my initial visa, and just last week for the apostille of my criminal background check. Both times I received my documents within 2 weeks of contacting my senator's office. In conclusion, it appears that using a state-level apostille FBI report for Spanish visa applications is not a guaranteed method of success at best and had mixed results. Some have reported success with using state-level apostille FBI reports in the past, but the consulates currently only accept FBI reports apostille by the US Department of State.
If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button so you don't miss any of the new content that we upload to the video. And if you need expert advice, just go on Spainguru.yes. You will find immigration lawyers. You will find also tax experts if you need to file taxes in Spain and also in the USA. You will find also relocation services in Spain, apostille services from the US. sworn translators, and health insurances. When you apply for non-lucrative visa, when you apply for golden visa, student visa, you will need health insurances as well. And we also offer certificate of good health for the UK residents. And also, if you need to go back to the States and you need a health insurance, we also offer those health insurances too. And of course, if you want to be part of a community, please join our Facebook group, Spain Immigration and Residency Questions, Spainguru.yes. With more than 16,000 members, where you can ask any single question related to Spanish immigration issues, and you can do it also anonymously. You can also join our non-lucrative visa group with more than 800 members, our Spanish digital nomad visa group. Very important, last but not least, please subscribe to our newsletter. You can opt out anytime. We send this newsletter every single Monday morning, and we feature top discussions on our community and any news related to Spanish immigration. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I wish you a great day. This is Bruno from Spainguru.es. Goodbye.